Coach Fahey joining us here courtside. Congrats on the win, Coach. And first thing, this is the first ball game that got tight towards the end. How did you feel about your team's poise in a tight situation?
That was one of the first things we said. We've had a couple games where we had some room, and I had a feeling it was going to be a close one. I had a lot of respect for Columbia and what they're doing, and so I was just the poise. They made some runs. They never did take the lead, so that was what I was saying. Hey, this team will make runs, and we just got to keep answering.
And then the player of the game has got to be CeCe Rice with 23 points. That's a career high. She hit big shot after big shot, the first one of the ball game, and then those two big ones at the end of the ball game. Yeah,
that's what I just said in there. I mean, we did a good job of kicking the ball out. She had a wide open three, but that's a big difference between hitting it in the pressure. And she came in early today. She was shooting. She was locked in. We mentioned that focus she had even during shoot around, and it paid off tonight with that big shot.
Yeah, and 4 players in double figures, so again, you're getting some balance. You had your leader in Sierra Rice today, but 4 players in double figures, and it's nice to know that you've got players that you can go in there and make big shots.
Well, as you could see, they were scheming against Alex. The double team was coming fast and hard, but we did make a little bit. We needed to move the ball a little bit better so that the defense just didn't have one pass and inside. I thought we adjusted a little bit better in the second half, but yeah, we hope that you have to guard more than one player, and it helps us all.
Talk a little bit about the defensive end, because I think we saw some flashes of good things. Certainly in the first and the third quarter, they made some runs in the second and fourth quarter. Talk about what it's like on that end of the floor.
Well, they hit the three, you crowd it, and then they put it on the floor. And I didn't really want to go zone because I felt like their step-in threes were pretty good. So, just there was a couple breakdowns. I wish we had a little bit more sense of urgency getting back on defense and in the transition. There were some breakdowns there, but. We didn't send them to the free throw line, and that was big. We've been winning that battle this year, which has been important.
Well, you have 3 games, 3 different styles, really, and I think that's going to prepare your team as the season goes along.
Yeah, I think that we've played a lot of people that are 4 out, 1 in, and a lot of dribble penetration, and I think we got our identity a little bit more than we did last year defensively. What we're trying to do, we still need some work. I'd really like that number to be down around 55 or 56, somewhere in there. But they were pretty explosive from the three-point line.
Coming off the bench, Janiyah Ephraim doesn't score a lot, but she was your leading minutes per game coming off the bench, and then Ariel Scott as well. Obviously, you can see what Ariel brings with her on her offensive side. But what have you liked about both of those freshmen? And what gives you confidence to use them a lot?
Well, I think Janiyah knows how to play within herself. She knows what the game is. She's a really good IQ, good defensive stopper, and she does what she does well. I mean, she did a little, attack the closeout a couple times, did a really good job with that. And you could feel Ariel. That's the Ariel we know. You hit those big shots in the beginning of the game and try to set her up a little bit, and then she's starting to put the ball on the floor when they close out too hard on her. So, that offensive punch, the feeling like, hey, you got to guard some other people has been really, really helpful.
Well, your next game's not till Friday, but we leave tomorrow for the West Coast. Just talk about no classes, don't have to worry about that. What's your team going to be up to between now and Friday?
Well, we're going to take them to Alcatraz and do a tour of the San Francisco area. We've got some things planned for them. They're going to go see a practice that they're pretty excited about. We're keeping that a secret because it's pretty cool. And so you could feel we had to go through the itinerary yesterday. You could feel they deserve this. They work really, really hard, and on these trips, it's a lot of basketball. This one, they get to have some fun. We're not practicing on Tuesday. Give them a chance to enjoy each other because, basketball on this team has to be more than just what we see out here.
Well, and some of that actually does come back on the court, doesn't it, when you can build that kind of bonding and culture on your team. If you enjoy each other off the court, you're going to enjoy each other on the court. Right,
and, we start every practice with, sharing some things that happen and what was really in their lives. And you'll hear them every positive circle is what we call it. They'll be telling each other, well, I went out to dinner, or I went to do this, or I made cookies. That's happening now. And so I'm really pleased with the chemistry that we're developing.
Anything about your opponents much yet out there on that trip?
Not this one. I mean, I don't. I know the coaches are on it, but as you know, I'm kind of a one game at a time coach.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, all in all, 3-0. Can't ask for a better start. Win-loss wise, scoring is up, and you got to be pleased with the start of this season.
I am pleased. Like when we looked over there and we saw how many points we scored, that would have been a different situation last year. So we're pretty excited with our point production.
Coach, happy travels, happy Thanksgiving to you and yours, and I'll see you when you guys are back here after the next 3 ball games, and safe travels.
Well, I want to say happy Thanksgiving to the Illini Nation. Thank you.
Indeed. All right.
Thanks, Coach.